afraid of Windows 10. Okay, I'm doing this video for you on an old laptop. It's got Windows 7 in it. This was a new laptop that was bought for me. It was supposed to replace that one right there. But it's like a toy compared to it. It's got Windows 8 in it. And what's sad is I had some files in it, even though it's a toy, it won't make videos good or nothing. Doesn't have a good movie maker. It has a Windows Live movie maker in it. You know what's sad is I had some files in it in spite of that, and I let them dupe me into trying that 8.1. Well, that froze everything up where it wouldn't work. And this is a toy, okay. You have to right-click anything to do anything in it because it has all these apps that little parasite Bill Gates wants you to pay for. I mean, you buy this and it supposedly has Office window in it, right? Or Microsoft Windows Office in it, but you got to do all this dumb shit. This one here had Windows Office in it. It was, I paid for it, bought it in it, right? Okay. This is just to let you know how these subhumans controlled by subspirits operate. And I didn't, for years, I never used the Windows Office. I just took it for granted it was in it. Well, I give it to my wife because this toy one here wants her to buy it. It won't accept the product key. It says she didn't buy it, even though she paid extra for this laptop to have it in it. So I tell her, well, use mine. It's got Windows 7 in it. It says right on the box that it has it in it. And so it requires a product key, right? Well, on the back of the laptop, it's a few years old now, from 2011. The product key is gone. You can't get it. So it's like these freaks didn't even make sure that, the products that they said they sold me are in it. And, okay, you think it's not deliberate, right? It's deliberate, okay? Those of you who have had a Windows Vista system with that good movie maker in it, that you could do all kinds of things with. It had effects, it had timelines, and you could put audio and video and backdrops in it and stuff. You know that if you didn't know to block the movie maker update, the Windows update, if you didn't know to hide it so that it never activated, it stole your movie maker and it gave you that new Windows Live slide, the equivalent of a slideshow maker. It's not a movie maker. It's a piece of junk. It's a toy. And it's just the mentality of people like Bill Gates. They don't want to give you what you paid for. They want to take it back if they gave you something good. And he has no sense of shame. It's like, I thought, hey, you blaze this mentality. Hey, wow, he developed a sense of shame. Hey, I don't want people to think my mama raised somebody like that. Okay, he takes our movie maker, right? No sense of shame about it. It's like I paid for that movie maker. It was in my shit. I was using it. And how dare you come along and you just go steal my movie maker and give me some piece of junk that, it's like a toy by comparison. Because you didn't like that we could make good movies with something we bought from you. You see? And it's like this begging shit. Bill Gates don't have enough money. Parasite. Beg every time you go to use something in this piece of junk. Beg it. Gotta go buy it at the App Store. Buy it at the App Store. For those of you who got one of these piece of junks and you go to play a video or a song, right click it and play it in the Windows Media Player. Fuck putting more food on the plate of a monster who would fuck with the food, okay? Who would, he would decide, he's spokesman for the planet, and he's gonna modify the seeds, and he's going to, he's Mr. Big Shot, let's push these poison vaccines on everybody's kids so that, Big Pharma has money for treatment coming in on everybody. Yeah, everybody's sick, so everybody needs treatment. Yeah, you see what's going on here? Yeah, it's some sick-ass shit, ain't it? It's like when you can buy a product, and then the little bug can sneak in the back door and steal the product right out from it, right out of the box. Just steal it out of the box and turn it into a brick in the box. That's what that Windows Vista movie maker when he stole that from me. That's all I used that laptop for, was making movies. So when he stole that movie maker, he turned that laptop into a brick in the box for the longest time, until somebody gave me a version of it back. You see, they taught me how to put it back in there. Taught me how to undo what Bill Gates did. Monster. Yeah. It's like he got some time loose coming to him, don't he? Man, all the victims he's created and all the people, he just darkened their day and shit. You know, it's like they go get into their laptop and suddenly it's a piece of junk, or they buy one of these new laptops and it's a piece of junk, old apps, people buy computers, don't want to play with apps, fool, all right? That's why they bought a computer. They didn't buy a phone, okay? Fool, retard. Know your demographic, who you're selling to, retard, fool. Yeah, so you sell pieces of junk. It's the equivalent of an iPhone in the form of a laptop. Yeah, you gotta download apps and buy apps. It's like, what kind of freaky little parasite just can't get enough money ever? It's like, there's a bottomless pit, got his mouth open, sucking everything into it. It's like, shit, big old black hole and shit, disguised as a human. It's like, god damn, when do you get enough, Bill Gates? Bill Gates, to me, equals parasite. His picture should be next to the word parasite in the dictionary, because he just never stops sucking shit up. He just never stops. It's like, goddamn. I want a good movie maker in my shit. I don't want this Windows Live retarded shit. You see? I shouldn't have to use pirated shit when I paid for a real movie maker. I should have Windows Office already. It should just already work. I shouldn't have to register it when I go to use it. What kind of dictator, little tyrant-minded little freak fuck are you? Did your mama molest you or sell you to the dope man when you was a little kid? What the fuck, man? Why was your mama so fucked up that she couldn't instill better qualities in you? That you come into power and you fuck with people instead of benefit people? Monster, little freak bitch. Yeah. So it's like, I'm supposed to trust Windows 10 now? It's like, suck on it, man. Suck on it. I mean, for real. Get down and deep throat it. Yeah, do ass to mouth on it. Yeah, sniff this right here. Sniff it. Yeah, sniff it. Yeah, do it. What I think of your mentality, you fucking little bug. You just never get enough. You got billions and you want to steal from fucking poor people to buy your shit. Dumb enough to buy your shit. I can't wait till there's competing companies that make better shit, that don't run on Windows, and Windows becomes obsolete. Microsoft is closed down, and everybody's like, hey, well, you couldn't trust Bill Gates' products. Little bug to sneak in your back door and steal your shit from you. Little bug, and didn't have no fucking sense of shame about it. He just sit and giggle, eating his GMO-free food. Yeah, ain't got no cancer or poisons put in it. Yeah, he's eating GMO-free. Come on, man. He ain't science experimenting on himself like he is us. See, this is the mentality we got in our boxes. In the real world, there are no boxes like this. And there's no freaks like Bill Gates graduating from this mechanism. He knows so much about computers, but he doesn't know nothing about crash points of the simulation we're in and restore points that don't have people like him in them. He doesn't know things about non-tamperable, non-deletable spirit memory, which he's equipped with, that even records his cocky little self-serving, arrogant thoughts. Yeah, it's like, so he doesn't know a lot of shit. Well, he's so technologically advanced, but so are these retards out there that are walking around looking down, walking into shit, walking to their deaths, driving to the deaths, looking down while they're driving down the road, driverly challenged and socially challenged at the same time. Yeah, they're technologically advanced, but they're retarded as fuck, ain't they? Yeah. So technologically advanced don't mean smart. Understand this. Okay? The sub-spirits that are part of this mechanism, they're artificial intelligence, scapegoating Lucifer, who has not been in this mechanism for 2,000 years now. Still scapegoating him and defaming his name and his character. When he's coming back here pretending to be Jesus Christ, just so you know his mentality and how you could serve him. But, these sub-spirits, control these fuckers to this mentality, these mentalities, okay? These sub-spirits didn't know that they don't exist, that they're just part of this mechanism. And they, have been, angry because Lucifer and the fallen angels could have sex with the women and they couldn't. So they've been sabotaging everything ever since. History, everything. All things. They made sure that all power went to subhumans that they could control. They made sure the wealth went to subhumans they could control. Yeah. And you can tell because they're impotent. When a subhuman is controlled by a sub-spirit, because they need to control, even though they have no control over their own impulses and need to control others. They need to negatively affect others. See, they're impotent. They can't get off on normal sex. So, like, they may be like rapists or, murderous. You see, bloodthirsty, want to kill you for religious beliefs or some other dumb shit, right? Yeah, it's like they're pedophilic. Some of them are pedophilic. You see, and it's like and they have no problem with sexualizing children and stealing innocence, even though that's the brainwaves that right now are protecting us from the iron that they've overheated in the earth. It's protecting us from it magnetizing to the sun. All it's protecting us is the brainwaves of innocence, the few brainwaves of innocence that are left here, and they know this. That's why they know what they're doing. They had these little parasite thieves steal the coolant out of the ground that God said don't touch, the oil, and had us burn it into the air. Okay? Now the planet's overheating from the inside, and that's why it's polarizing to the sun. Okay, the iron's getting hot. It's polarizing. Okay, photonic energy. Yeah, things that you ain't getting told about. Things that these scientists that are so smart, they're technologically advanced, but they're retarded. Okay, 100 years ago when they defied your rights, they trampled your rights when they violated the Constitution and made marijuana illegal so companies like DuPont could prosper, so that alcohol could be pushed, so that pharmaceuticals, the sorceries of man, could be pushed on people, so that they could make people science experiments and make them treatable, because there's money in treatment. There's no accident that now they own healthcare. And they're demanding that you buy brick-in-the-box health care that will not cover you until you've paid more out of your pocket than they would have had to pay to cover you. You see, you got to pay $10,000 deductible. You're paying out of your pocket, baby. Okay? It's like, so they don't even got to cover you, but you got to buy it. It's not America. It's just the most un-American thing that anybody's ever seen. They just don't realize it yet. You see, when you're told that you got to buy some white devils brick in the box, it ain't even real product, it ain't even real, but you're told you got to buy it or be penalized, right? See, now these self-spirits, they stopped them from sharing Tesla's invention with you, where we didn't have to burn oil or coal or have nuclear power plants that they can't control or contain when they break down, right? The shit just leaks. China syndrome, look it up. See, Fukushima, look it up, killing us right now. Yeah, but see, Tesla was given something from a sub-spirit that wasn't necessarily, it was just like to share something good. You see, to win people over to this technological advancement. But the other sub-spirits that control the other subhumans in power wouldn't let you have this invention that will get you free energy from the ionosphere. Your cars could be running on free energy, and the planet would not be overheating right now. It would not be about to flip over where the sun is rising in the west as prophesied. Okay? All right, well, that's enough. I was starting to talk about Windows 10. Scary mentality when you got no sense of shame, when you got no sense of shame about stealing shit that you sold people back from. You want to sell them some shit and be a little rogue and sneak in the back door and steal it from them. Bug. And then you give them something else and they have to run recovery discs. That's sad. I'll never trust another thing from that mentality. I'm sorry. I'm not that stupid. Fuck me once, fuck me twice, but 3 times I'm fucking you back, okay? So it's like, even until you bend over for me, Billy boy, you've had all this ass you're gonna get. I'm sorry. It's like, it's royal ass. That's why we're in the royal room right now. You don't understand what I'm saying, do you? Yeah, I know you don't know that you're in a simulation and that you're just a premonition of your potential existence. You don't even exist yet. You don't know that you agreed to these clauses. You know that you will do unto others as you want done unto you in the time loops, when you're time looped as your victims. You know, the wealth that you laid up when you came into this mechanism will go to the graduates, you know, the just, if you are found to be wicked and do not graduate. You see? So it's like you're going to lose everything because what is the wages of sin? The failure to graduate this mechanism? Eternal spiritual death on all levels. So then you you get eternally executed after your time loop as your victims. And as slaves, if you were worth more than the $420 million glutton cap, yeah, you'll get time looped as slaves, paying that shit back, $900,000 per penny, compounded per molecule of your body, per molecule of everybody and everything, animal and plankton, that it negatively affected for you to hoard that money over the $420 million glutton cap that negatively affects the economy. And any eighth-year-old eighth grade math student can tell you this, okay? It's like, you work that shit off. It had $900,000 per penny per molecules, compounded per the whole amount compounded per second it passes that you were worth more than that glutton cap of $420 million. You see? See, they got the sun spirits program them backwards, all right? It's like they think that he who has the most toys when he dies wins. No. Unto he who much is given, from he much is expected. So he who has the most toys when he dies loses big time. It's like, oh, you had all them toys and an arrow when your gluttony was causing unnecessary suffering? Jesus Christ. What kind of fucking infected contaminant are you that made it into this mechanism? So, crash point. Yeah, mercy killings, 7 billion mercy killings, killing the animals too. Just kill it all, since they're just going to make it all suffer, right? Then, restore point. Time looping them and eternally executing them so they're never in nobody's memory. They never did anything here. They don't exist in the future, in the real world, and they don't exist in the past. Their mother has never spawned them. For some of them, their mother's got to be time looped as their victims and the victims of their influence. And then their mothers will be eternally executed for the offense of spawning them to negatively affect so many others in this mechanism. You have no right to come into this mechanism and negatively affect somebody else or something else. You have no right to negatively affect them, period. Okay? You won't do it. You'll be time looped as your victims, and you'll be eternally executed to never exist to commit the offenses they got you eternally executed. That's an equation you need to you need to sit and focus on that. You need to meditate, learn to meditate, and figure out how you cannot exist, because that's coming for a lot of you, more of you than you realize. Yeah.